Having been diagnosed at the age of 15 months with type 1 juvenile diabetes, I've always been looked at differently. But the truth is, I'm not that much different from anyone else in the world. I can ride a bike, swim, do anything I want to do. I can even eat cake. One common misconception with diabetics is that diabetics cannot eat sugar. If a diabetic couldn't eat sugar, then we would be dead. Everything has sugar in it. The thing us diabetics have to worry about is if our outside pancreas keeps up with all that we do. I, for one, am very grateful to have been diagnosed so young. The reason I say this is not because I'm crazy, but because I haven't known anything other than having diabetes. To me, this is a blessing. I feel terrible for kids who get diagnosed at 15 or 20 because they have to change their whole lifestyle. They have to go from eating anything and everything they want to having to eat some things they want and having to manually give insulin to themselves instead of relying on their pancreas. The outside pancreas I mentioned earlier would be my pump, my trusty pump. Now, the reason I call it an outside pancreas is because that's what it is. My pump acts as a pancreas would for someone without diabetes. It gives me insulin throughout the day and a little more when I ask it to. So, when you eat food, your pancreas gives you insulin if you're not diabetic. Pero if you are diabetic, your pancreas is obviously not really working that well, or in my case, it doesn't secrete insulin at all. I have to make my pump give me extra insulin. Yeah. Now the only differences between my pancreas and a person without diabetes pancreas are mine is on the outside, and I have to tell mine to give me insulin when I eat. I don't mind having to do these things, seeing as these things have become second nature to me. Sure, waking up in the middle of the night and having to stuff your face when you're not hungry isn't fun. And feeling sick to your stomach because your blood sugar has been high all day are terrible things I shouldn't be happy for. I mean, I don't like these things, but what are the highs without the lows? You can't have all good and ignore the bad. You must acknowledge the bad days to have the good days. That's just how life works. Ain't that just the way? Some may call having diabetes a setback, but I call it a stepping stone. I've met wonderful people, done wonderful things all through diabetes. Not only have I been blessed with diabetes, but I have been blessed with wonderful people in my life to help me control those sleepless nights and those dreadful highs and lows. If you ask me if I would trade my life for a life without diabetes, I would say no. I am grateful for the challenge I was given, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to overcome this challenge.